Good morning. It's December 22nd. This is my left ear. I am Carrie Freeman. I am the writer, producer, director of my left ear. I like to say that. And today is the first day of the solstice, the winter solstice, which means we're going to start getting more light. I just stepped on my ring light, so that's what happened. More light, longer days. I think it's a metaphor. More light is a metaphor. That's what I think. So the site is called My Left Ear because, as my subscribers know, I receive information through my left ear and through some common sense. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I do psychic coaching, therapeutic hypnosis, and I coach people on writing and performance because I have a background in writing and performance and writing books. My email, if you want to reach me, is carriesleftear@gmail.com. So the first thing I want to say is a little bit of business. I want to thank you for your subscriptions. I am growing, but I did some numbers last night and I realized that if I got 180 new subscribers, I would reach 3,000. So I have this little wouldn't it be nice goal to reach 3,000 by 2021. We'll see, but wouldn't it be nice? So maybe you'll tell your friends and send your friends over. That would be cool. Anyway, at any rate, thank you. So December 21st was an astro shift, and even though I'm not an astrologer, there's a few things I'm always interested in. I'm interested in the transits. I'm always interested in Mercury Retrograde because it kind of tells me what I can and cannot do and plans I cannot make. So I looked this up, and I'm going to read it since I'm not an astrologer because I think it's very significant on the timing that we're moving into 2021, that we're getting this new, kind, experienced, balanced, grounded administration, president, and vice president. It's so good. And actually 1 month from today, is today the 22nd or 20? Now I'm confused, guys, and I don't want to look at my phone. Is it the 22nd today? Anyway, when we wake up 1 month from today, we will have a new administration and a new president. That is cause for great celebration. So let me just read to you a couple of things that this says. Saturn, which is known as the taskmaster, enters Aquarius for the first time in 26 years. So that's a really long time for it to come around. The next couple of years can bring remarkable changes for our lives, but we have to work. It's a work taskmaster kind of energy. But this is heading into a revolutionary kind of time. And this is going to be between December 17th until March 7th, 2023. So things are about to change. And I think we can all feel that. We can feel that. So astrologers are expecting this 27-year cycle that's about to begin to be even more meaningful when it comes to technology, medicine, and innovation. And it says Aquarius is connected to cutting edge technologies, ideas, air, spacecraft, internet, electronic, medical, technology, science, and academics. And it's a good thing that Donald Trump won't be around because he's not interested in any of those things. This Aquarian energy is also very humanistic, socialist. So the transit means activism is going to continue. It is here to stay. So during this time, they're telling us we can expect progressive changes to transform our world. But only if we're ready to do the work. This is the big message. We have to do the work. And that's good because that means we're going to be liberated to do the work as we've been so sequestered. So there's some expansion on the horizon. If we do the work, we will implement growth in our lives, which I think we're all craving. And then we'll receive the gifts from the universe that's going to be better for our lives. So there you go. I think it's good news. The age of Aquarius. Now I'm going to get on to the big news of Russian hacking. And even though the president said it may have been China, Pompeo, we don't like Pompeo, but he did come out independently and said, no, all signs point to Russia. Now, here's the thing. Biden has this magnificent, experienced team. There's no newbies here. The only newbie is Mayor Pete. And Mayor Pete, I have complete faith in, and he's transportation. So he's not in the cyber stuff or anything like that. But the other people that are coming in are tried and true. So Biden's going to be aggressive with this, and his team is going to be aggressive with this, and it's going to require a lot of money. They're going to have to invest a lot of money in this cyber infrastructure. It's not going to be done publicly, and there actually may be a complete and total revamp. It is very serious. There's a lot we don't know, and we won't know because we're not entitled to know. This could take a year or more. Now, originally, between my last video and today, my left ear said, somehow, some way, Trump was involved with this. Somehow, some way. And I thought, really? We kind of argued a little bit. And then I read something. But what I want to say is, I don't think we can underestimate Donald Trump's lust for revenge. And I think he'd like revenge on the whole United States, because that's how he's built. I'm also pretty sure he took funds from Homeland Security for his stupid wall. So he might have been part of the reason Homeland Security was vulnerable. I'm just throwing that in there. But this is what I read. Jeremy Bash is often on MSNBC, and he was chief of staff for the CIA from 2009 to 2011, and then he was in the Department of Defense for Obama from 2011 to 2013. And I want you to hear what he said. I copied it down verbatim. He said, I think Trump requested cyber hacking from Russia. He welcomed it. He benefited from it. And I think he was rewarded. Well, my left ear agrees with Jeremy Bash. So he's not going to mention Russia. You know, we know he just gives Russia, there's something, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what money was borrowed. We're going to find out compromat. They may have some really nasty video or photos of Trump somewhere, maybe even Lindsey Graham. You know, they're famous for that. So, also, Donald Trump looks like he's having the beginning of a nervous breakdown. Now, some people that know him say, no, it's impossible. He would never have a nervous breakdown. But I think he's decompensating his personality and his emotions. And it's pretty clear. His friendships are cracking. I mean, we had a very important meeting in the Oval Office to talk about overthrowing the government. He had Giuliani, he had that crazy Sidney Powell, and he had Mike Flynn, who's a nutcase. And that's what's left in his life. So he doesn't speak to Geraldo anymore, his good buddy, because he doesn't want to speak to Chris Christie or Pompeo or Barr, because they've all come out and said he lost the election. So anybody that says the truth, he's done with them. So a lot of people are beginning to ghost them, and he's ghosting people too. Here's the thing about this propaganda about how he won the election and it was stolen from him and all this kind of really stupid stuff. Isn't this the way he manages all his lawsuits, where he gets lawsuits to go on and on and on, and he gets to avoid and avoid and avoid? And I think this is part of his style, to just persist as if it's a lawsuit. But he's going to leave. And I don't think they're going to drag him out of the Oval Office. I don't think he's going to want those optics. He won't want that public humiliation. So I don't think that's going to happen. And I do have this thing that keeps popping in here. And that is, I can imagine all of us getting up one morning or turning on the TV at 3 in the afternoon and everything being interrupted by an announcement that the president or ex-president Donald Trump has collapsed, that it could happen that fast. And that's been with me for a while. So I'm just mentioning it. In the best of all worlds for Donald Trump, not for us, he would like to spend all his time seeking revenge on Joe Biden. And he may start that, but he's going to be too sick. And he's going to be buried in legal matters and depositions and the grand jury, all of this stuff. So whatever he's talking about, he's really not going to accomplish. I think what we may have to be worried about are all this sects of people that have come out to support him, and what will they do? Will they sort of recede, or will they create a whole movement? People have different opinions on that. That's a wait and see for my left ear, and I'll let you know. It's definitely a possibility. So let me see. And just the last thing, it's just like so obvious, but in 2021, there's going to be a lot of arrests. The issue of Jared Kushner really came through this morning, that this guy he's going to end up in prison. He is really going to be in trouble. I think Ivanka is going to be in trouble also. So there's some really heavy legal things that are going to come down on these people. I'll get the hits as we get closer, but there's going to be a lot of arrests, indictments in 2021, like a tsunami, I think. So this was meant to be a kind of a short visit today. And by the way, I'm wearing red because I didn't want to wear red during the election because I didn't want to be mistaken for a MAGA. And I really like red, and we've got Christmas next week, so I decided to wear red. And I wanted the energy. I wanted the energy of red. So here's the quotes, and I'll be back. I just wanted to do a little check-in today. Here's a quote by John Kenneth Galbraith from 1963. He was an American-Canadian economist and author, and he died in 2006. He wrote, "The modern conservative is engaged in one of man's oldest exercises in moral philosophy. That is, the search for a superior moral justification for selfishness." And I don't know about you, but when I hear that, I definitely think of Mitch McConnell. And I think Mitch's day is coming too, by the way. There's a lot of energy around investigating him and not believing that he actually won his election fair and square. So I think Mitch is heading into troubled waters. Now, the thing with the Ossoff Warnock runoff, which I am totally supporting, which this site totally supports, which perhaps I forgot to say at the beginning, my left ear plans for us to win it. It is the way the energy is going. And right now in Georgia, they have had outrageous showing of voters, like more than the presidential election, for pre-voting. And let's just use some common sense here. The people that are passionately showing up early, standing in line in Georgia to vote, they're not Republicans, are they? No. In fact, some of the Republicans in Georgia are trying to decide if they should vote because they're mad. They've been told by the president, your votes don't matter. Then they've been told by the vice president, oh, your votes matter. So they're confused. They're annoyed. The Republicans in Georgia, they're annoyed. So I'm going to go out and say that the vast majority of the people that are standing in line to vote in Georgia are Democrats. So this would be my happiest day to see Mitch McConnell dethroned. And people are really starting to speak up now, really starting to speak up about Mitch. He's one of the biggest problems we have in our country. So we'll see. There's one more quote. Let me get to the bottom here so I can share it with you, because it's Mark Twain, and we like Mark Twain, and he's always simple. Mark Twain said, "Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest." Mark Twain. the humor of Mark Twain. Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. So I will see you before Christmas, or if anything wild happens. Happy for the stimulus to the degree that it showed up, that you're getting it. However, as you may recall, I always said it wouldn't be satisfactory. It's not satisfactory. We have to wait on Joe Biden, who intends to do much better. So I feel your anger. I feel your complaints. I feel the same way. It's ridiculous. And we are an embarrassment, how we're not taking care of people in this country. It's extraordinary. But things are going to change, okay? So take that into the holidays. Better times are coming. There's all the indications. And I will speak to you soon. Now, this started by accident. But now, because I have to reach out and stop the video, now I do bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.